like
Wow.
being rude, using bad language. It was a lot to deal with. So
She was the princess in her house, she says, no?
yeah, exactly.
She's got younger siblings, lives with
unfortunately,
mum and dad.
yeah, but then she'd got housemates like Kerry and Hallie that were edging her on, and the best thing that happened was when they disappeared. Olivia ended up in a very vulnerable situation where she had to like find different friends and help herself to make new friends that, and then she was able to like we saw this new character, this new real person, the real Olivia, and I think she's got the potential to win now. And today's the final.
Wow.
Today is
Okay,
the
so
final.
your prediction?
We'll have to wait and see. I'm not saying anything. I've put in my votes. That's all I'm saying. I have put in my votes.
Okay.
But, so you were saying about the challenges. So that was the main thing that I found was I wasn't used to the backbiting. I wasn't used to the stirring. I wasn't used to people lying, people making up stories, and you constantly trying to defend yourself and say, I'm not being fake. I'm not playing up to the cameras. What are you on about?
Yeah.
I don't even care about the camera. Do you know what I mean? But they'd made this story up just to keep them safe out of nominations. That was the hardest bit, but it served my purpose where I set out to do. So as long as I met my targets.
Yeah. Was you okay being voted out first?
100%. Oh my God, I was so exhausted. Kerry actually made my experience a nightmare. When you're constantly, she'll run off. I mean, at one point, Trish told me off. What Kerry failed to tell her was she'd made up some of the story, and Trish told me off. When you watch the actual episode, you'll see where she's lied, and I can't be dealing with people that lie, twist stories, people that speak behind your back. I'm a very open, honest, true person. You know what I mean? That's what's got me further in life because I've always been authentic, real, and trustworthy. Whereas being in the Big Brother house, they just
Fake.
backchat. They just backbite about each other. That's what it's about. And I can't be dealing with that. It's not good for my energy,
Sad to hear that.
Yeah.
So who had the most alliances, or how did you manage like your relationships with people in there and align with certain people?
Yeah, I aligned with Chanel, who was a dentist, and she, unfortunately, once me and Zach left, she ended up in a circle that didn't do her many favours. But she was lovely. She's a dentist. I mean, a nurse. Yeah, dentist. And then dentist nurse. And then we've got Matty, who's the junior doctor, who's lovely. And then we've got Zach, who's from the model from Thailand. And there was myself. So the four of us, that was my real circle and then I loved sort of teasing Jordan and telling him, I love you, Jordan. And he would be like, so I would be like, can we have a love you back? He would be, I'll think about it. I'll give you an answer tomorrow. I just adored him. It was just absolutely, honestly, he's actually mixed, half Asian.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he told me, but other than that, and then Yinren was lovely. She's from the Chinese background.
She had a big personality.
Noki was lovely. I didn't really see eye to eye with Trish, but we won't go there because I understand now. The tweets have explained everything to me.
Okay.
Everything. This might be the reason, but yeah. Other than that, yeah.
Can we speak about? Is it Yuran?
Yeah.
She's like somebody who is a total opposite from somebody like myself, maybe even yourself, because she doesn't take life seriously at all. I think she even said, what did the cheese say to the mirror? Yeah, what was it? Hello me. Hello me. Like it actually, her dry sense of humor really cracked me up, and I was like, do you know what? She's such a carefree person.
Yeah,
it was
she's
actually
so
good to see.
beautiful. absolutely beautiful. But she said to me, you know, when I got nominated, she was like, Farida, how are you feeling? I was like, I'm absolutely fine. Oh, genuinely.
See you later.
Yeah, literally, run, get out that door. I was like that. I was like, didn't even have time to say, give my boys. I just wanted to run.
Did you say bye to Kerry?
Right, no. Stop it. Stop it. So anyway, I couldn't wait to get out of there, honestly. What was I saying? Imran.
Yes.
And she said to me, she went, Farida, I'm not emotionally, I can't handle that, I would collapse. I was like, Imran, don't be silly. She was, you don't understand, I would collapse. I'm not strong like this. I was like, oh my gosh. No, you do have to be mentally strong. I think, like she said, she's discovered a lot about herself during the process.
That's what it is about. These experiences are to discover more, no?
Well, I'll be honest. Prior to me going in there, I was worried, you know, in how I showed up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I don't use foul language. My mum always brought us up never ever to swear, right? And I don't do the backbiting because it's something that's not accepted in Islam, and I try and live my life by the rules of Islam. Mm-hmm. So it's being in that environment taught you a lot about yourself. For example, normally I don't wear a hat. I'd had these lovely nighties made with little bonnets. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because obviously I was around men and I'm not really allowed to show my hair. Mm-hmm. And so there were some sacrifices that I had to make. But I was so pleased how it just went with the flow. I didn't even worry about not having my phone. I didn't worry about not working the business. I just kind of enjoyed the moment.
Mm. What about in terms of like the way you looked? Because some people can't leave the house without makeup, and you were just like, embraced the whole thing.
Oh, just be fresh faced. Who cares?
Come on.
Honestly, I'm really, really not bothered. What you see is what you get. End of.
Come on.
Do you know what I mean? I think
like
it's
that.
the best way. But I'm like that even in my day-to-day. Who's got time to put makeup on at 3 a.m. when I go out to work on clients?
Well, the issue is people always look from outwards. They care about what other people are thinking, not how they're feeling.
But I think that's dangerous when you look for validation. I don't need anybody's validation. I'm very confident and very comfortable in my skin.
I like that.
Do you know what I mean?
Tell me your most memorable moment or moments while there for that week.
My most memorable moment. Could you imagine? I mean, this studio is of quite a big size, but double this size, right? Beds everywhere. Suddenly, you wake up and there's bright lights like a freaking disco. And suddenly you're like looking for your glasses to throw your glasses on so you can start clapping to the music and ready for the day. And that was nice. You know, I mean, I'd have got up earlier anyway at 5 o'clock because I like to do my prayers. Yeah. Right? Fajr prayers is really early. So I'd do that, but then I'd jump back into bed once I've done my prayers. But that was a really memorable moment where everybody was in their beds and suddenly Big Brother, this is Big Brother. Can all housemates get up? That was a really, really memorable moment. You know, but just the house in itself, it's like, you know, like people, because I love creativity. I just loved the structure, the art, the creativity, the lighting, the whole build, you know how it was built, the themes.
I watched that this morning. It was like it was like a big empty like warehouse, and they built the whole house within it the way they've done it all, and it was they sped it up.
Where did you watch
the Big Brother? It was on YouTube. I put it in YouTube and put Big Brother, and it was like this big warehouse, and they built the house in it, and they showed how they made the rooms and stuff.
That it's an actual studio.
It's a studio, yeah.
I didn't realise because
it's like Groundhog Day, or so. What is it? The Truman Show. Do you remember the Truman Show? Like...
Honestly, it's just to sit in that diary room and speak to Big Brother, and you know, I was so touched because I didn't take the Quran in with me. And the one day I said to Big Brother, I was like, Big Brother, I'm really, really missing not being able, because you're not really allowed books in there, right? So I was like, Big Brother, I'm really missing.